Hello and good afternoon. It is Selene here. I am happy to be here with you. I'm going to give you guys a second to find me. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to share this recording into our private Facebook group for friends and customers. If you are not part of that group, you can find it by searching in Facebook for Creating. So this is Create with Selene. My private group is Creating with Selene. And of course, I will let you in as soon as I find you. Cheers. Let's see who we have today. Oh, we got Maine today. How appropriate. This weekend, I am off to spoil 24 of my closest crafting buddies. We have a week-long crafting retreat. So next week, I won't be live on Tuesday because I'll be in Maine, unless I decide to do a live from up there, which I might, because my friend Mary Jo will be teaching a class at my retreat on Tuesday for scrapbooking, which is one of my favorite things. And I haven't done it in a long time. You know, when you get away from the things that you love, it's important to keep going. Anyway, look at this. I popped right up. For scrapbooking. Woo! And I gotta just double check that I can see your comments. When you come in, just let me know that you're here, and I will be able to. Now it's not letting me share. I want to share. That's really one of my favorite things about crafting is sharing. This class that I'm going to demo for you today was my team meeting this past month, and I fell in love with it so much so that I wanted to come to you and give you the opportunity to earn it as a packet. Here we go. I'm going to share it to our creative group, Creating with Selene. And then I also have a workshop group that I would normally go live there for a workshop, but we're a little short on time this month. I took all of my events that usually go into June and I crammed them into the first 2 weeks of June. So I have been losing my mind trying to get ready, but the pillow gifts are almost done. The goodie bag is completely done. So I'm just waiting for a few more finishing touches and I'm good to go for a retreat. I have a group full of people. I have a group of people coming tonight and tomorrow night so far for club. And there's quite a few of club members, so I'm very excited about that. But I'm going to talk a little bit fast today to get through my presentation before everybody's here and wanting to stamp with me live at 5 o'clock. So that's a thing. All right, so why don't we jump in? Let me first say this today is completely free. It's a gift to you, and I'm grateful to be able to share what I love with you. I have these packets available, and this is the Paper Tags card class. Ooh, I'm hearing myself. I gotta turn it off. Paper Tags card class, and if you were to place a $50 order like Debbie Bacon did, you too would get one of these packets in the mail as is. So you get all the pre-cut card pieces, you get all the ribbon that goes with it, for a $50 order in my store. And when I get off, I will post a link to that. I couldn't kind of get technology to work on my side for that today, so I'm going to move down a little bit. And I'm going to put you in the clip, and we're just going to get started. Exciting stuff. I absolutely fell in love with this stamp set and bundle when I saw it at convention, and they call it on stage now, I think, or whatever. It's still convention to me. Oh, here, let me move the table a little bit. I want to get rid of the glare. There we go. All right, and you can see I got my glass mat out, and that is because I'm going to play with blending brushes today. Let's start by showing you the die cut pieces for this bundle. So I really love it. I fell in love with it heads over heels when I saw it at Onstage being presented to us. It comes with a "You Are Very Kind," "Consider This a Paper Hug," "A Wonderful Day to Celebrate You," May your day be filled with sunshine and laughter. And all I can think of is that song by Pink when she sings with her daughter, Cover Me in Sunshine. And then Just For You. And then this really cute shape, which if you have puppers, kind of looks like a dog bone to me. You could use it to wrap ribbon around, you know, if you were going to break stuff up. And then it's got this little one that you could stamp, and oh, look at Happiness Enclosed. So you could stamp this on every envelope that you have. But anyway, let's wheel into our card class so that I can show you what comes in the kit. And this is free with a $50 order. So like I said, Debbie, you're going to get one already. Here are the 4 projects. Okay. Doesn't this look like one of those popsicles in the summertime that are 3 different colors? It makes me so happy. Let's just dive in. Because like I said, no time to talk today, kids. I have a house full coming at 5 o'clock. Hopefully they won't mind the mess. It does look like Retreat threw up in here a little bit. All right, so first of all, you'll notice I pre-tied the bows, you know, for the ones that are bows. And then you get like a plethora of different ribbons. So that's all in the project kit. They're all the same, okay? So this first project, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do all the stamping to start. And then I'm gonna do all the coloring to start, and then we'll go back, yeah, all the stamping, and then we'll assemble at the end. Sorry, phew. I'm not excited or anything. So this is the first project, and I'm gonna pull in my stamps over here. I've already got everything on blocks, which is nice. And you notice I have a few blocks here that don't have any stamps on them. I'll explain why. Debbie, when you see this, tell me your favorite thing about it. Just think about it as you go, and when you're ready, you can tell me what you like about it, because Debbie's getting one of these already. So I got my mist to clean my stamps, and a Memento black ink pad. And then I have 3 colors here, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Summer Splash. They just scream summer to me. Okay. So let's get started. I want a Stampin' mat, and of course, it's all the way over there. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I do have my glass mat out, which is fabulous, but when I'm stamping, I do like to have a mat for something like this. The glass mat is fabulous for working with blending brushes. Gotta love a good technique. But here we go. I'm going to start here and stamp this. So I am using, this is a paper hug, as a background. Instead of having it just be a sentiment, how many times do you put a card in the mail and you just want to send a paper hug? So I'm going right off the paper and kind of making something that looks like wallpaper. And that's the first bit. Okay. And I'll move this off to the side. Now, next, I'm going to put our ink down. Ooh, I'm going to move all that. That's loud. I'm going to move all that ribbon off my station so that I can add a little ink to my workstation. So if you are working at home and you don't have a glass mat, you could use just a piece of plastic from your trash. Like, honestly, the plastic that the paper comes in works fine, but I have the glass mat, and it's one of my favorite things to work with when I'm doing this, because if I were using a paper, I would want to brush off the ink in between the colors. And I can brush the ink off in between the colors when I do this as well, but the ink will be there for me to go back into and use the next generation down. Okay, so I got my ink, 3 colors. Whoops, are you not seeing the blue? Hang on. Oh, I'm just ahead of myself here. There's a delay in the playback, so we're all on track. So I'm going to do all of my blending brush stuff next. Then we'll clean the glass mat, and then I'll finish my stamping, okay? So this one has just the Summer Splash and Melon Mambo. So I'm going to start with the color on the bottoms up. And again, I'm going to brush off on my glass mat. So now when I want to go back and pick up some of that ink, it's right there on my mat. And here we go. So blue, or Summer Splash. And of course I have a coffee over there, and it is rocking and rolling. This was my team meeting last week. I think everybody loved it. It was a really fabulous project to play with. We do team gatherings every month, and there's a packet available for $15. So they got this shipped to them if they signed up for it for $15, or they can come to the meeting for free and cut their own paper if they want. But I know the value in a packet, so I offer to cut it for them because I love them and I love you. All right. Somebody asked me today, how do you get paid? Like, you send me a packet when I place an order. I think it was Debbie, and I was saying, well, when you place a $50 order, I make $12.50, and then I use that money to cut the paper and ship it to you. When you ship, it's like, I don't know, $5 or $6 or $7 to some people right now. Anyway, the shipping's what gets me. It's a wonderful day to celebrate you is the first one, but I'm just gonna do my blending brush stuff so I can clean my station. So we'll put that to the side for a second. And we're moving to this yellow card. We'll come back and do the stamping after. So this one has the blue, the pink, and the yellow in the middle. So it's the same shape again, and all of these shapes have been die cut for you if you end up getting the packet. And here we go. I'm gonna pick up my Summer Splash. Hi, Jolene. Good to see you, my dear. Jolene is one of my teamies. She's fabulous. Grateful. All right, so here we go. Again, so off the bottom, off the top. You know when you go to the beach, and maybe some of you don't live near the ocean, but I do. I'm about 45 minutes to see the ocean, and it's worth the trip up, you know. But when you are looking at the ocean and where the sky ends, there's typically a line where the blue ends, and then there's a white before it goes blue again. So that's kind of the idea that I'm going for here. God makes the best paintings. So I'm going to leave a white middle in between all of my colors. So for this one, I'm going to go yellow right up the middle. Yellow. And when I brush off, because that's the whole trick of using these blending brushes, you don't want to go right for the full Monty and go right on your cardstock, because you'll end up with this like kind of streaky skid thing. You have to blend off, and by doing it on the glass mat, when you go to pick up the ink again, well, it's right there. So it doesn't go away like if you're doing it on paper. So this is the one for the yellow card, okay? You can make it as light or as dark as you want. I could probably add a little bit more color there. It is super bright with the daffodil. I love that. Okay, so there's the second one that we're just going to blend first, and then we'll clean the mat here. So I'll put that off to the side, and then we'll look at the third card. And this one, we're going to do the blending brush on 2 of the layers. I dig too far. So that's something else you should know. All of my packets are stack stuffed, in that the next card should be right here. Haha. This is a gift card holder. I can't wait to show you. But we're going to go across the middle on these first. Here we go. That's this one. And I was already in yellow, so we can go yellow again. Yellow. Oh, here I am doing the back. Someone asked me the other day, what's the back and what's the front? Well, the back kind of stands up. The front sits down a bit, and the imprint is a bit darker. So I'm going to make sure that I'm sponging on that side. So I'll flip it over and go again. Good thing there's 2 sides to my paper. Ooh. And did you see I forgot to sponge off, and what happened here? So it is a little bit, I'm waiting for it in the playback, but it is a little bit scrunched there. So I'm going to have to put a little extra ink on this one to catch up to the color. Although the one that's going to sit on top will cover some of that little, whoopsie, the little skid right there. So you definitely don't want to go right into the brush and then right on your project. Definitely sponge off first. That's what happens when I get talking. Anything can happen. And anything can happen when you're live on a video. It's so funny. You just never know what's going to happen. The internet can go out. The doorbell rings. The phone rings. All right, here we go. I did put on the Do Not Disturb today, so hopefully that'll stick and do its job. Technology is a wonder. Okay, so I'm going to pick up this Summer Splash next. So there's 3 colors of ink plus the black. Summer Splash, Melon Mambo, and Daffodil Delight. And again, you see that I'm leaving a white border in between my colors. Fabulous. So here we go. Down we go. And then I'll have more tips and tricks as soon as we're done with our sponging. But it does take a couple minutes to get this done. Again, I made a mark on that one, but you won't see it because it's going to be underneath. Thank goodness. There's always ways to fix mistakes in stamping. I love that. Okay, so this one will sit on top of this one. It really does look like a summer day, doesn't it? Summer, the official start to summer is coming. Just a few days, and we will be in Maine to celebrate. All right. So that's, I'm sorry, that's the 3rd card. And then this is the last one. And again, I'm just getting all my color on so I can rinse this off. This white one is going to stay plain for this card. And I'm just going to add the pink and the blue again. So, leaving the white border in the middle. And there's my Melon Mambo. And this glass mat came with an awesome chamois that I have lost. And I'm really bummed because it was great for cleaning off your brushes when you're done, but I will rinse this in the sink after the workshop today, and I'll leave it in and use like this for pink or red, and this for, you know, the blue sea blues, and this one, you know, it could be yellow, it could be crushed curry or whatever, but I do rinse out the colors and reuse them. And then I'm gonna use my Stampin' Mist right on my glass mat here, and grab a paper towel real quick, because I don't know what I did with my chamois. Oh, I guess I don't know what I did with the paper towels either. Here we go. The struggle is real. Forever losing things in my room. Okay. So excited for Club this month. Because of the sale that Stampin' Up! Is running on all the sweet projects, I was able to give them a full pack of paper, a full thing of embellishments, and a full thing of ribbons. So they've got like a whole bunch of a product to work with this month. I'm really excited. I love spoiling people. My favorite thing. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a hot second to kind of dry off before I go back in, because I don't know if you guys know, but water and paper just aren't good friends. Okay, so let's talk about this image here. So this Just For You image has an outline with this guy, right? And then it has the Just For You like that. We're going to bring in the Memento ink pad. And remember I told you I had an extra block on the table? Here's why. Oh, here, let me move that. I think there's a bit of a glare there. So I'm going to ink up my outline image backwards, because it's not that big of an image, and this is a felt pad. So with the older style felt pads, I like to really make sure that my ink is saturated, and this is the best way to do it. And then it makes it much easier so that I can see that I'm getting it in the right spot to go upside down, because this is a red rubber set, which honestly I prefer. I love the red rubber. I know you can't see through it, so I know that there are skeptics out there, but I like being able to see this way. So just by dropping it on, I'm sure that I have it in the right spot. So here we go. I'm going to ink this one up. And again, because it's the felt pad, we get to do it the old way. Bang, bang, bang. And that's nice and saturated now. And I'm going to do the same thing. And it looks like I did get a little bit of ink on the side of my block, so hopefully I don't rock too much. And then you use the other stamp to act as your table if you're doing this. So that's my just for you. I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this. And my adhesive is not on the table. Oh my gosh. We stuffed packets this week and my adhesive bin is missing. It should be right here. Oh my gosh. No adhesive for a workshop. Tisk, tisk. Okay, let's see what I can find in the drawer. Oh, there it is. Always when you're alive. Okay, so I've got my bin. Alexis makes these, and she's home for the summer. So if you're looking to get an adhesive bin to store all of your stamping things, it makes it good so that when I come back to do a live video, that ideally I only have to grab the box, and oopsie, I didn't have the box in front of me. It's a thing. Okay, so you saw that I put the adhesive on the back, just one little strand, and I'm gonna start by coming out the side like this, and I'm gonna make a Z shape. The first time I saw this, I thought that people were just kind of smushing it on there, and I'd be like, oh, I can do that, and then I would smush it on there, and it looked like I smushed it on there. If you do like a letter, like the N or the Z, then it comes out pretty, as opposed to what I used to do, which was not pretty. Hey, Mary Jo. Hey, Val. Good to see you. Hi, Andy. Oh my gosh. Bonnie, I'm so glad to see you. I can't wait to see you next week. There's so many of you that are going to be in Maine with me, and we can relax together, finally. And what do you know? I need scissors. Jeesh. So she makes multiple sizes of these holders. This is her mini. And you can see it's supposed to have my reading glasses in there, and scissors, take your pick. I've got my Wink. I've got a few reinkers in here from class this week because I taught a class in Litchfield on Thursday for a workshop. Love my Litchfield girls. Shout out. Okay, so I've got adhesive, then I did the letter Z or N, and then I put dimensionals over the top, and that does two things. It's going to hold my ribbon on, and it's going to hold this onto the layer below it, which is slightly larger than this tag. Isn't that cute? Oh, I'm so in love with these. Oof. So you know me, I put a lot of dimensionals on the back. It's all about the right support. But I'm only peeling off the corners because they're sticky enough. It's just about the height and having support behind your layers. Okay, done. Sweet. Okay. Then you'll notice I conserved a little. I cut my paper tag out of this layer, but that's easy business. You just take a little bit of liquid glue. Oh. Get rid of the goobers first. A little bit of liquid glue. Oh, that's a lot of liquid glue. Just a little dot will do ya. And if you do like I did and have too much to begin with, you can spread it around. You only need a few dots, and this will be set up to stick down. I think there are a lot of people who try liquid glue and they don't like it because they use so much that when they put the bread on top of the peanut butter sandwich, the peanut butter comes splashing out. And that's because they use too much. So the best thing I can tell you is Less peanut butter on your bread and more bread. How's that? Isn't it cute? Yeah, I like the mini one too, Val. So cute. Alexis does a good job with it. And then I have a deluxe, and the deluxe is like a little bit bigger than this, and then it has a backing to hold things like a notepad or whatever. And I've got all three on my desk and using them to store all kinds of knickknacks, which is super helpful. And then when I go to retreat next week, I can literally just stick the whole thing in my bag and it's ready to roll. I don't know why I can't stick this on straight, but I'm really grateful for liquid glue at this point because it's still letting me move it around, you know? And because I didn't like kill it, it won't take forever to dry. And if you use too much liquid glue on white in particular, and you tend to make it swirly like this pattern, it will dry down and you'll see the swirls a couple weeks from now. You won't see it the same day or the next day, but I have a couple of customers that make their cards with so much liquid glue that it's almost like damp for a couple of days. And again, not great, not the best word, but it's very appropriate for that. So just a couple dots, and that's even a lot for this. It doesn't need a lot. You can save money and save your supplies, and you'll like them better because they won't be all over your hands. Okay. So then you'll just take a glue dot. Oops, I lied. We need the card base, huh? And this kit does come with envelopes if you were wondering. So if you place your $50 order to get your packet for free, it will include 4 envelopes to go with. And if you want, you could match them matchy and stamp on your envelope. Let's do that. I'm not convinced that I'm going to do this straight, but whatever. I like the upside down method for the, oh, look, it came out good. I spoke too soon, but you see how cool that is. So now we've got the matching envelope, and I will glue dot that on in a few minutes. All right, card. So that was the last card that we did. So we're going to go backwards now. Card 3 from the PDF is this one. And we've already done our sponging, and I had a couple of oopses, but we're going to cover it up anyway, so that's cool. When I first did this one's a bit crooked. You see there's less black on this side than there is on this side? Silly goose. So, oh, we should do our stamping first, huh? Let's do that. It's a wonderful day to celebrate you. It truly is. So excited. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so instead of doing 1 or 2 projects this week, I'm doing a full workshop because next week I will not be live because I'll be in Maine. Maybe, I think I should go live for Mary Jo's class though. You guys tell me if you want to see her in action. She's teaching a class. I'm so excited. I get to take a class that I don't have to prep. That's why I'm really excited. All right, here we go. So now you can get it centered, and because I used just a little bit of liquid glue, it gives it a second to set up. And while that's setting up, I can put dimensionals on this guy. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I almost forgot the most important part. The ribbon. If you ever hate tying bows, this is a great way to use your ribbon. You just put it down in between the layers and give it a trim. Now I can put my dimensionals on. Silly goose. Jumping the gun. Thank you, Bonnie. You know what? I love these colors. They're like summertime sweetness. I saw them, one of the presenters from Onstage had this color palette, and so I challenged myself to work with it, even though we don't make a designer paper in these colors currently. they just do feel like summer is about to start. Okie doke. Here we go. So let's have a little bit of fun. How about if you tell me your favorite thing about summertime? Is it ice cream? Is it going to the beach? Is it, you tell me what it is, and I will draw for a free packet to be mailed to someone. And I will do the drawing tomorrow based on your comments. So tell me your favorite thing about summer and we will do a drawing. Okay. Next, we're going to adhere this down. Adhere. This is a gift card holder. And it's kind of a surprise, don't you think? Like I just did. So, wonderful day to celebrate you. All right, so I have already punched these out for all the packets. So you can just fold this down and then you add a little bit of liquid glue on either end, and that's going to make the pocket for your gift card to sit in. So we'll take that down for 1 sec. And then here, whoop, that's where the gift card goes. So it sits on the inside here. I had one of my samples had a gift card in it. That one didn't, but whatever, it's fine. Now there is a trick to this. You don't want to put the adhesive all over this and stick your card down because you'll stick your card shut. You want to put the adhesive on the left-hand flap for this. Whoops. I get excited and then the adhesive rolls up in because I'm pushing too hard. Anybody else do that? Okay, so that's the second, well, that's card 3 actually. We're going backwards, right? Okay, so card 2 is my favorite. Oh, I love this one. I love this stamp. I think it's the reason I bought the bundle, although I do have a kind of a 3 stamp rule. Kind of like the old records. I wouldn't buy a record unless I liked 3 of the songs on the album. I'm going to roll this on backwards the way I did the first stamp because it's so big. You want to make sure you get good coverage and you want to be able to see what you're doing. Then you take the paper tag from the packet, which was right beside my ink, my stamp pad, and I completely missed it. Right there in front of you, Selene. And then I'm going to press against here. So this is like my table. I'm going backwards, but I don't have to worry about lining it up because I dropped it on there. Ooh, Mary Hines, the longer days and the warm nights, plus all the fresh fruits and veggies. Ah, yeah, I love that about summer too. All right, so may your day be filled with sunshine and laughter. Just like your summer days, right? Ah, love, love, love. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to tack it on like this. So I'm leaving room in the hole right there. And this is just stuck onto that. In your packet, you also got more ribbon. You got these 2 pieces. This one is the iridescent trim. By the way, I think that this and the silver one is on sale right now in the online store. So you can get like more with it. So what's cool about getting this class with a $50 order is after you spend $50, you're going to get a $5 coupon off your next order. Because every time you place an order now in the online store, you get a 10% reward. So next time you can pick up this ribbon if you want or whatever. It's great. Or you can save your rewards for up to a year and redeem them for something bigger, like a suite or a bundle. You know, you place your orders all year, and then at Christmas you get your favorite suite for free, you know. All right, so I'm going to tie this up, and I'm going to make a bow. Yes, I am, live with you. So I just ran the ribbon through and used the baker's twine to tie it all up. And I would have done this for you like I did the other two bows, but you kind of have to do your stamping before you finish assembling this one. So far, Mary Hines is the only one in the drawing because she answered, but you have a whole day, so I'll wait until tomorrow before I draw the winner. But Mary, the less that people respond to that question, the better chance you have of winning one of the packets. I'll announce it here on the page, and if I announce that you're the winner, you just have to reach out to me with your address. Okay, so I put the adhesive, oh, I should put a little dot right there to make sure that I don't miss a spot. And I'll lay this down here. And again, all of these pieces come pre-cut for you and embossed in your packet, and I include all of the ribbon and bits that you'll need. And let's face it, time is money. It's nice to save time from doing this and let me do all the manual labor for you. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set up, and then I'm gonna come back to the stamped piece, and we'll put dimensionals on the back. Ooh, Debbie Bacon, laying in the hammock and reading a brain candy book. Love that. I would pull it up on audio, but that's just how I roll. My favorite thing about summer is going to the ocean and watching the waves roll in. But if I can do it while listening to a live musician, that's my perfect day. All right, so again, I used quite a few dimensionals, but color you surprised. You should not be surprised by that. I peeled off the outside 4 in here. Let's peel one in the middle for good luck. And then I'm gonna make my words straight and then have the other back tag just cattywampus. That's a Bonnie Blanchard word. Thank you, Bonnie. And I will trim this down, get any pieces cut, get it looking prom pretty. And it's ready to go on the card base. Whoop. I put the cover on. Wow. Must be all done with my glue for today. Actually, I'm just getting started my day because, like I said, club is arriving at 5 o'clock and I'm going to be stamping with them. I'm so excited to see everybody. All of their stuff just showed up because we're stamping a week early. I was nervous because what happens, you know, your package has been delayed, wait till tomorrow. You know, it happens all the time, but it just got here. And surprise, it's raining a little bit. Hopefully we have nothing but sunshine next week. Okie doke. Here we go. So this is card 1, back to the beginning, where we started all the fun. So that you can tell, this is a very fast class to put together, but it's perfect for the summertime. And if you need cards, it's a great addition to your collection. Here we go. And of course, if you don't have the stamp set and you place a $50 order, like Debbie did, I'm going to mail you the kit anyway, and then you can just substitute out your sentiments and use it for anything. Looks like I got a little bit of pink ink on that, so I'm going to attach my pink over it so you can't see. Oh, let me do it upside down, even better. And then this is all flat. Now, if you wanted to, you could use dimensionals. I didn't for this one. It is so vibrant and pretty. I don't think it needed it. I'm usually good for dimensionals on both. Oh, look, I got 2 pieces of black paper. I win the prize. That happens sometimes. Up, faces in places. Here's my... Oh, we should make it a smiley face, though. There we go. It is wonderful to celebrate you. Oh my goodness. But if you wanted to, you could use dimensionals at any point on the card. I do shy away from using double dimensionals because if you use dimensionals on one layer, it's regular postage. The minute you take it more than 1/4 inch thick, which is 2 layers of dimensionals, then you're paying extra postage. So you either have to hand deliver that one, or you really like them and you're gonna pay the extra postage. Too funny. Okay, it's a wonderful day to celebrate you. And then you just touch a ribbon to a glue dot and attach it to your card, and that is the finished project. So that is all 4 cards in a nutshell. And we'll take a look at those die cuts again. I love that the hearts come out of these because you can use them. I have a whole little bucket of hearts from all of the die cutting that we did for this class. Again, it's free with a $50 order, and I will put my link to my store up in the header of this video. And I think that's it for today. What time? How did I do on time? It's only 4 o'clock. I have a whole hour, hang on, to clean up, shove everything in the closet, and pretend I didn't have a workshop today. And then we'll start club, and it's going to be fun because I get to see everybody, and that's where I really get my energy, is from having people here. And next week, I get to revive and recharge beside all of my stampers. And who knows, when I get home, I'll probably be pooped because we do nothing but have fun. And I am on when I go there. For anybody that's been to retreat, you know how fun and crazy it can be. First night we have bingo, and then we have a class with Mary Jo, and then I am rerunning my club class with all the people that I don't get to stamp with in person from all over the country that fly in or drive up. Totally grateful. But anyway, if you guys need anything, let me know. If you're interested in monthly packets for $15, you can join my team, because every month we have a team meeting like this, and we do card swaps and we cheer each other on, and we have a lot of fun. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you in 2 weeks. I'll try and find some cool video to post next Tuesday while I'm away, unless I decide to go live during Mary Jo's class, which I might, because I'm going to bet that those pages are going to be awesome. So anyway, I hope you have a great week. Oh, I will be live one more time this week. I promised a couple of people that I would unbox my $250 scrapbooking kit. Stampin' Up! Released a scrapbooking in a weekend. It's like a virtual retreat, and it's $250. And it sounds like a lot of money. But there are 4 stamp sets and 24 12 by 12 pages that they have pre-prepped for us to make 12 2-page spreads, one for each month of the year. And I'm super excited about it, and I'm going to be playing along. In fact, I might clean the studio and get together with some of my team and see if they want to come over the day of that presentation so that we can put our projects together. Because that's what scrapbooking it is. It's about documenting the stuff, the everyday stuff, the stuff we won't remember. Looking through my albums from when Alexis was little, there are things that I don't remember writing, and it's great for keeping memories fresh, and you don't necessarily have to remember because you've written it down, you've documented it, it's quick and easy, and I just want to do it. So I will unbox that for other people that want to do it right along with me. There are daily, so every 12 by 12 spread will have instructional videos. It won't be me, but I'll be making them too, because I'm really excited about it. But I didn't get a summer vacation this year. I'm not going away anywhere until September. So my personal vacation is going to be this $250 scrapbooking kit, and that's where you'll find me, is in my studio during the virtual scrapbooking retreat. So anyway, I'll show it this week, I promise. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and have a great, great couple of weeks.